Hi, Bill Holloman at We Know How. And isn't growth exciting? I'm just sitting here in my office today and getting ready to open a new restaurant in the next 10 days. And I couldn't be more excited about what we're going to be doing in the next 10 days. But it also made me reflect on how intoxicating opening new restaurants can be. But on the other side, it can also be incredibly suffocating. And that happens when things don't go well. We can have a number of successes and then ultimately hit a wall. Now, in my career, I have really focused on being involved in high growth, fast casual concepts. And so through all that experience, I have seen all kinds of different forms of growth that can take place as super successful, followed by more success, and then at some point hitting a wall. It can be slow growth and then exploding. And even some terrible growth, which included, let's get some more franchisees involved because we need the investment in order to not go bankrupt. Regardless of that growth, most restaurants do start out with a solid first unit or a really stellar first unit, and may even actually have a second fantastic unit. But at some point, as that growth continues, and even if that success continues, there sets in what I would refer to as a level of hubris, or maybe more politely, let's just say that it's an inability to see the cracks forming. And this may turn up in many different ways. Poor brand communication, a disruption or decrease in service, product quality, and consistency. Or we see a stall in sales, or eventually a significant underperforming unit that gets opened. Every brand eventually has an underperforming unit that they open. And in many cases, that is a catalyst to take some deeper reflection. And here's the realization that most brands come to. The growth wasn't exposing weak systems, it was causing them. So this could be the real estate selection process, it could be training and development, or just the systems that underlie the operations. There's obviously many different reasons why this can happen. So, since I've seen the fun part of growth, I've also seen the aftermath, the not so fun part. And here's what the brands that kept growing did. Here's the fix that mattered most. First, they took a step back and evaluated where they were, and even got outside perspective to better understand that. 2, they named one concrete system that helped them close the gap on their issues. And 3, growth didn't start again until they had built what was needed to better ensure that the next opening was going to be great, and did great. Now here's the good news. You don't have to wait until it breaks. You can get ahead of it by evaluating where you are and creating a plan to close the gaps. At We Know How, we have created the multi-unit readiness self-assessment. It takes about 5 minutes and helps you to start and figure out how to close the gaps based on what you've done already. You don't have to wait until failure happens. You can get ahead of it. And as I like to say, real growth isn't about getting bigger, it's about getting better. I've included the link below.